Welcome to our living room. Aw, it's always such a pleasure to do these. So sometimes I think, wow, I've totally run out of stories. But today while I was swimming, another one came to me, and I'm sure I haven't told this one. I hardly ever tell this story. So here goes. When I was age 19, which is young, Barry and I were going to college at Hartwick College in Oneonta, New York, just this little tiny college in this little tiny town up in kind of the hills, and it was just really sweet and really safe. And I realized that I needed to transfer schools to get the education that I wanted, and so I picked Columbia University School of Nursing in New York City. Because I could, in 2 more years, get my bachelor's and my RN. It was a really, really good program. So I took now, I'd never been in New York City. I was there once, actually, as a child with my parents, but they took care of everything for me. So here I was, this 19-year-old, going into this huge, huge city by myself. And I got instructions, I was going to go into the central terminal by bus, and then I got instructions on how to get on the subway all the way to West 168th Street. So I had my interview, and it went really well, and I realized this was my next step in life. But it was only, it was just the beginning of spring, and I still had more school back in Oneonta, and I missed Barry so much, just huge. So I looked at the bus schedule, and there were 2 buses going from New York City to Oneonta. The one that I had planned to take would be in the late afternoon and get in kind of late in the evening to Oneonta. The other one would leave at 6 in the morning and would get in, 11 or 12. I thought, those 7 hours, it just meant everything to me. I just wanted to be back with Barry. So I decided I'll take the 6 a.m. Why not? So I got up real early. I think I got up at 4. And I went downstairs, it's a huge dorm. It's 30 floors. Took the elevator down with my suitcase, and I got to the door, and this guard was there. He said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm going to get the subway to the Grand Central." Is that?
I forget.
The main place where the buses are. He said, I'm not going to let you do that. Do you realize how dangerous it is? And he went on to tell me that was the subway, because this was going through Harlem when Harlem was, now it's a really safe, beautiful place, but this is when it was really quite dangerous, and other parts of the city as well. And he said, "Do you know it's so dangerous that they can't even get police to go down there at night? That's how dangerous it is." He said, "I'm not letting you go." And I pulled myself up to my 19-year-old self, and I said, "I'm going." It was all driven by this, a love. Just I wanted to be back with Barry. And he said, he got tears in his eyes, and he started to cry. He said, "I'm afraid you're going to lose your life." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And he said, "Well, then at least let me say a prayer for you." This is just a security guard at the dorm. So he held my hands, and he said this fervent prayer, and I knew that he was really upset. I didn't understand why. So I went outside, and I knew my way to the subway, and I went down. And so the thing about the subway to Grand Central is that you have to get off and change, go all the way across the subway station to another subway to get to the to the bus station. So I went down, and I didn't think very much about it. And I got on my first train, and I got off where I was supposed to get off. And then I realized what a fool I had been. It was very dangerous. I'd never seen anything like this in my whole life. First of all, I was the only female. And, train took off. I was totally alone. And there were gangs. There were knife fights, people selling drugs. It was beyond anything I could have even ever imagined. And I closed my eyes and I just asked for help. And I remembered my mother telling me, I don't know why she told me this, but she said, if ever you're in trouble, just start speaking as loud as you can the 23rd Psalm. So that's what I did, in this loud, booming voice. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And I just proceeded very slowly. My voice was just booming. And I don't know everybody stopped. And maybe they thought I was a missionary or something. I don't know. Or maybe sometimes I think there was an angelic presence around me, like a great protective light. No one, and this was crowded and scary, death scary. No man came even a foot close to me. And it was quite a distance from the one subway station platform all the way across to the other one. And I'm just shouting at the top of my lungs, the 23rd Psalm. And I got on the other train, and I got to the bus depot and got on the bus to see my most precious Barry. And
if I had known what you were going through, I would have said, Joyce, I'm not worth it. Stay.
Oh God, no. Well, it really was. It was a mistake, and that security guard was, definitely right. So the reason I'm sharing this is that we can ask for help wherever we are. Ask for help. Whatever you're going through, ask for help. And the help will come in a form that perhaps you don't even realize, but keep asking for help. Close your eyes and ask for help. So we're going to pause just a moment. There's someone at the door, and then Barry's going to come on and sing. We're back. So it's the first time in all these times doing a video that someone's come to the door. It was a pizza delivery. Not for us, but for our neighbor. He didn't know where the neighbor was. He was knocking so loud. Anyway, the whole point in my telling you this story is that we need to ask for help and know that the help will be there. All right, so it's a beautiful song Barry's going to sing, and he was worth it. But honestly, I should have waited until the afternoon. I've never done anything like that again.
Okay, well, let me introduce this song that a while ago I was rereading the autobiography of a yogi by Yogananda, which really is a beautiful book. I really do highly recommend it. But when he was young, his mother died, and he was heartbroken, just in really bad shape. And even as a child, he decided that he needed to, because he had heard stories of the divine mother, right? The female aspect of God. And he decided that he was going to just lock himself away in his room and just pray to hear a message from the Divine Mother. And he did that, and sure enough, this heavenly mother appeared before him, and she just spoke these 2 lines. And the words were, "Always have I loved you. Always will I love you." Just real simple, right straight to a child's heart who needed that comfort and to know. And I heard those 2 lines. I thought, wow, this has to be a song. So here it goes.
It's a beautiful song.
Have I loved you? Always will I love you. Have I loved you? It couldn't be more clear. Always will I love you. I couldn't be more near. It couldn't be more clear. Always will I love you. I couldn't be more near. I'm right here. So please close your eyes and see if you can feel that divine being, the divine presence, always here and always loving you. Really like the most perfect mother, father, absolutely loving you unconditionally. And giving you that message, always have I loved you. Always will I love you. All right, take a breath, open your eyes, and we're not fully realized beings. We're not the Divine Mother and Father, but we really love you, and we're sending you love, and we hope you can feel it.
It's a beautiful prayer, Barry. And I just wanted to add to that this love is always protecting us too. And we can call upon the help and the protection for whatever we're needing. Aw. We do love you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, God bless.
Yeah. Bless you.